So what we're going to do is talk about parenting, of course, in what I consider a pretty unique way. So my name is Calvin Williams. I'm with Lucian Families. I'm a consultant with Lucian Families. I'm joined by Ray Kellum Jr. here, who's my assistant. And then Chris Wise is our videographer and photographer here today. So thank you for choosing this workshop. Lucian Families is a company based out of Cincinnati, Ohio. And one of the things that we're really excited about is utilizing the brain research, the emerging, really exploding neuroscience research. And so we've incorporated that into this workshop as a part of our innovation. So we'll start off with basically, you got to know what you're working with. So really, I'm really thinking about parents when I write and create. I start thinking about brain, anatomy, architecture. It makes the point there is no dull rock in the box. Every single one of us are amazing beyond what we can ever imagine, right? There are hundreds of billions of these cells in our brains, okay? And again, when I do this work, I'm always thinking about the children and getting a different lens on these children that we're working with and how amazing they are. There are as many connections in a single cubic centimeter of brain tissue, and that is an actual cubic centimeter of brain tissue, as there are stars in the Milky Way. Okay, so that right there seals the deal. The children we're working with, the parents we're working with, they are magnificent beings in this universe. No matter how their situation or circumstance is, or how they see themselves, or what the struggles are, this is what they're made of. Everything starts and ends with the brain, okay? So let's look at a neuron. So here you have the cell body of the neuron. Again, there's how many of these? Hundreds of billions, right? Each of them is complicated as a city. Oh, and I should mention that each neuron contains the entire DNA or genome sequence. But how many parents know that? How many parents know that every time they get in their little baby's face, that they are sending this process into play, they're putting this process into play? How many parents know that every time they play with, hold up, laugh, goo with the baby, that they are actively participating in building the baby's brain? Adverse Childhood Experiences study makes it crystal clear that what happens in the first 3 years, first 5 years of life can have an impact on you, and all the way to chronic physical health issues when you're 40 and 50 years old. Okay, interacting with their children in a healthy way, in a consistent way, matters for their long-term, not only their growth and development, but for their long-term health. Okay? Just put yourself in a parent's shoes if you're not already a parent. I'm sure there's parents in the room. What are 3 things you can do to support your child's healthy amygdala and hippocampus development? You know, it's being recorded so that 50 years old, there's this emotional upheaval, this episode over something you can't quite understand why. Because the amygdala has a memory, literally an emotional memory. Trial and error is the way the brain learns. So we want to help our parents understand that our children really should be failing a lot at tasks. They should be screwing things up a lot. Because every time they do that, the brain goes to work to figure out a way to solve the problem. If baby's having a fit, leave him alone. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
Right? The baby needs to be soothed. The 3-year-old, the 4-year-old, the 6-year-old needs to be soothed. And you have parents who have parenting philosophies that say, oh no, no, gotta make him a man, gotta get him ready. Right? Gotta get ready for the world at 6. It's about your growth, development, healing, maturation. Parenting can really be all about you. The kid is the instrument. The in the formula for you to see who you really are.